Welcome to the FFFF tournament action that I'll bring with you.
I'm sorry.
It's the best name, isn't it? The Feature Film Festival fight. I'm joined here by CPAT.
Hello, everyone.
And this is Mad King. And we're going to be streaming a match between Bob199, also known by some of us as Bob Numbers, an action that I'll bring with you.
I'm sorry. Right?
It's the best name, isn't it? The Feature Film... There we go. Sorry, that went off. And IYL champion, IL1 champion, I should say, Raziek. Also the Summer Smash champion from last year.
And also, champion of, 5 other things? I don't know.
I like everything.
Yeah, basically everything in the past year? I don't know.
We may well see a Zane mirror to start this match, by the way.
Oh, no.
So this matchup is someone gets knocked down, and then either Zane has a crash bomb, or a gold burst, or ace, or gets unblockable.
Yeah, I remember I played one of these just yesterday against Redless, and it was just, I don't know, I mean, yeah, it's basically the crux of the matchup. You can't really do anything because Zane only has those even blocks. Let's see here. Gold 2. How many golds does Raz have?
Raz, I think, has made a gold of every important rank on Spades.
So was that 2, 5?
2, 5, Q, J, K.
Ace.
Ace, 9, 7.
6.
I don't know if he has a 6 yet. I think he's missing a 10. I don't think he has a 3. He might have a 4.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous. Meanwhile, I am at 300 dust out of 400 to make my first gold card.
Was it a gold crash bomb?
I'm probably gonna make a gold set 7.
Okay. So dodging the crash bomb is actually pretty important in this matchup.
Yeah, let's see if we get the knockdown going.
This is also one of those matchups where, in a lot of matchups, when you block a crash bomb, Zane's probably going to hit a button at you anyway because he's knocked down, but this matchup you can't, so blocking a crash bomb is really good for you.
You can't unless you have another crash bomb.
I'm also not sure what to think of Creator and Destroyer in this matchup, unless you see that one of the Zanes is going for Anarchy and you get the knockdown.
Yeah, that's the only reason I would ever use Creator versus Destroyer if I see someone going for aces.
Bob did have a second crash bomb.
No, that's on Raz. Yeah, Bob drew a second crash bomb, so now Raz is knocked down, and now they'll do it again. Always carry 2 potatoes. I like that.
So, talk about yourself for a little bit while we wait to see what happens, because we're probably just going to see a combat where either Zane has a crash bomb or doesn't. So you've been playing a lot of Zane on the leaderboards lately, is that correct?
Sure, I guess. I mean, I've been playing Zane for a couple days now, just because I had been playing Gwen earlier, and I decided, you know what, I'm just going to play all the rushdown characters. I already main sets. Might as well go to Zane now, and let me tell you, the power that this character just has is just so much. Ooh, nice.
And the thing is, I actually like the idea to go for a throw, because if you block, right, and they think, oh, he probably is going to crash bomb, and they dodge, then you don't really get a big win, right? If they go with the normal attack, you're losing combat anyway. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. No, that's definitely a good play.
But if they expect the crash bomb and they get thrown, that's pretty great for you.
Yeah, no, for sure. I love the play of throw there. But yeah, anyways, I don't know, I just decided to pick up Zane. I've been getting a lot of fraudulent wins, where it turns out I have a tendency of either A, blocking too much or not blocking enough. And because of that, I either I win if I block too much, because Zane with blocking is just amazing, as Raz now gets the crash bomb, so now that he'll get knocked down, as now Bob will get knocked down.
I'm noticing that it's set to 2 to 1, so I'm guessing they had some practice matches in before this.
I played one of those matches. Deluxe played 2, I think.
Okay, so this is in fact 0-0, so I'm not totally confused.
Yeah, no, it's 0-0. Ironically, both myself and Deluxe played Zane against Bob's Gwen. I beat Bob's Gwen, and then Deluxe actually perfected Bob's Gwen, but that's besides the point.
So here's the thing, if both of them are going to continue using throws, yeah, there's the bling Q. If the goalie are going to keep using throws when they're knocked down, does that open up, alternative weird plays? Oh, he doesn't get the knockdown this time. Of, I'm going to play a 6 on your knockdown, even though it's not unblockable?
No, I don't think so. Just because...
If you don't have the odd, though, you know?
Yeah, I guess if he doesn't have the odd, but I don't know, I feel like it's very unlikely to happen. Maybe if you were playing, you'd pull that stuff, but
I'm the guy who flagstone taxes attacks and then plays Righteous Seal against Zane.
yeah, I personally don't try to mess around with that stuff. I just stick to the basics. But hey, I don't know. We could see it happen. These are two, Zane players that definitely know what they're doing. They know this matchup.
So now we're back in neutral. So the important cards to look for are 2s and 5s.
Right. Yeah. Good dodge. Let's see if we can get a knockdown off it.
I'm guessing he can. He has 8 cards in hand. Shenanigans isn't too kind. Does get rid of one of his 5s.
Yeah. Let's see.
If you're looking at discards, yep, there's the J. If you're looking at discards, Raziek has 1 Crash Bomb missing and a J. Bob has 2 Js and 2 Ks in there.
Okay. Right. So if anything, Bob might be running a little low on the knockdowns, but
you never know. Shenanigans could be kind.
Yeah, you never know with Zane. That's the thing. Meanwhile, congrats to Nation, who's now #1 on the leaderboards.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
nice.
I guess.
We got cash for Glad.
Nice. No, Raz calls it what? Bling Bomb?
Bling Bomb. You call it cash for Glad, if I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have the gold one yet, though. That's gonna be 800 dust, and I've been getting 1 card pack a day, so... If anything, Sterling has learned how to make lots of money.
Yes. While not being unfair, I think this will probably be the game if Bob doesn't have the actual factual Joker.
The Joker, yeah. He didn't even face down, yeah. That's basically it.
So you look, we've seen like 5 of his bling cards.
Let's see, 2, 9, Queen, King, and now the 7. All spades, any reason why? Just spades
he likes spades, I think.
Okay.
For Quins, when I do my bling cards, they're all going to be diamonds.
Mine are probably going to be hearts.
Okay.
In honor of Frick and Choke.
Alright, so it is 1-0 Raziek. I need to get an overlay so I can make this a little less ambiguous, right?
Right, yeah. 3-1 sets over. Is it best of 7? Or
It's best of 7, correct.
Okay.
Alright, so yep, we're staying with the Zane Ditto. I know that if Raziek doesn't feel comfortable playing Zane Dittos for that long, he does still have his Valerie, which I think he does pick in Zane Mirrors for the most part if he doesn't feel like playing them. Bob Numbers also has been playing a lot of Quince lately.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he'll switch to it from Zane, because I think I'm the only Quince player who doesn't hate the Zane matchup that much.
I don't hate the Zane matchup that much, honestly, but...
I feel like it's just 8-2 in both directions.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very snowbally matchup. And you know what? Playing Satsuki, I'm kind of used to that. Just snowballing matchups. I can't believe they're freaking playing Zane Mirror.
I know Bob also has a Valerie if he really feels like spraying that out.
Yeah,
He played Valerie way back in V1.
Bob was a Val main back in V1.
Oh, we hit the timer.
Bob just playing a random card. 10 throw. Okay.
Not a high value card he's losing at least.
Right, yeah.
But that's a pretty bad shenanigans.
10-4, yeah, no.
I mean, this might just be a throw for 12 if he doesn't have the knockdown in hand.
Yeah. Well, this is embarrassing, yep.
And it also shows Bob that there's no J in his hand or he would have just gone for it.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. Yeah, but I can't get over this matchup.
It's so silly.
It is. It's just... Oh, okay, good dodge. Let's see if Bob can get anything off it now.
That's an equally bad shenanigans pull.
That's probably worse.
Yeah, because you lose the 2. Yeah, that's important.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, nice. Okay.
Had the knockdown in hand.
Had the crash bomb though. So let's see if Raz can counter with the crash bomb of his own.
And that's an engraved crash bomb, as well as that was a regular engraved Zane 2 that Raziek whiffed.
Oh, you've been picking up on these cards. Ooh, good
pickup there. You can see the little graph on it. That's a nice little scoop. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's why the scoop on knockdown's been a thing, because maybe he'll block because he's worried about crash bomb, so I'll get this free throw. Or maybe he doesn't have the odd and doesn't want to wager an even on the block, so I'll just throw him.
Yeah, you also see this a lot when you're not in the Zane mirror, but if Zane knocks you down, and then the Zane player thinks he's going for, like a fast, 0.0, 0.2. You see that a lot, or at least I've seen it, like, not a lot, but it's definitely a play that you need to just keep in mind that, sometimes Zane's 1.0s aren't fast enough, so Zane wants to block, but you can catch him with the throw if he does that.
It's like the Momochi mix-up in Street Fighter. Am I gonna throw you or DPU?
Yes, yes, exactly. Let's see if you can get the ace. That'd be good damage.
Quick little 19 off of the no knockdown.
Yeah, that's fine. They're still neutral. Even number of cards, even life,
number of life
now.
Yeah. Weird Hands the movie. That's a way of putting it.
Nice. Yeah, let's see. Let's see it.
I don't know. There's not a whole lot of things to say about this matchup. Like 2s and 5s are important. Get knockdowns, be silly.
2s and 5s are important. 7s and 9s are good when people are knocked
2s
down.
2s beat 5s, so that's an important interaction.
2s beat 5s, yes. Unless the 5 split.
Ooh, that's a nice shenanigans pull. Pulls out a Q.
Yeah, I can get good damage off it, like 2 queen.
I think if I see a shenanigans pull like Q4, I'm pretty happy that I'm like getting rid of the 4 and milling closer to my valuable cards.
Yeah, I don't know. You don't really need.
And there's
4.
the Bling 6.
Yes, and the Bling Jack as well. Golden Crusher, like it.
I have a feeling that's just gonna be a 9 or something.
Now, 5 cards in hand. Bob's only wasted 1 king, but you know, just go for the 9. Yeah.
There's the 9.
Not much you can do there when you're Bob, and this. Given hand content's probably not the, or given hand size is probably not the game, but he can get a good like 9 throw.
If he has a Q in hand, that 6 turns into some damage. Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, he does. 9 queen 6. Doesn't have a 7 or the jack or
But
anything.
Bob's at 5. That's a blocked crash bomb is death.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Zane can't really block anymore without, or feel too comfortable blocking, and dodge is fine. Both players have low cards, so obviously life advantage is huge here.
I feel like a gold burst is actually pretty likely from Bob if he gives the opportunity to.
Yeah. 7th throw, not fast enough with that gold 5, though.
Oh, it pulls the KJ off the top.
It doesn't even matter. Just a little extra love. Raz up 2-0. Quick set so far. These games have been going by really quickly.
That's an advantage, right? We might not be here for too long. Zamir's are a pretty high pace.
Yeah, you're right. Let's see if Bob set switch here. He's down 2-0. Would you switch here if you were Bob?
I would, because this is loser's bracket, so I don't want to stake my tournament life on Zamir's.
On Zane mirrors that are really coin flippy and basically, yeah, very. I don't know. I think Bob still has that Val. I wouldn't switch to Chalk here because Raz always has that Geiger ready for that. Also, didn't Raz beat Deluxe like 2-0 or something?
I think it was like 4. Yeah, in the Zamir, I think he won 2-0 or something.
In the Zane Chalk, it was 2-0.
Yeah. Raziek is turned into Duff Man when he plays that matchup.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Absolutely.
Bob thinking hard, so you might see a switch here. That'd be interesting. I'd like to see Bob switch here because honestly, I don't want to see any more of this matchup.
I want to talk about more interesting things.
Yeah, like there's only so much you can say about. Oh look, 2s and 5s are really good in neutral, and knockdown sucks.
And have kings.
Yeah, and oh look, these gold cards they keep coming up because Zane goes through his entire deck. Like gold cards are only interesting for so long.
I always think gold cards are sort of cool.
I personally am not a huge fan of them, but I'm gonna get them anyway because why not?
Keep up in the bling arms race.
Yeah, exactly. There's just the meta has changed where you know these plain cards don't do as much as they used to.
I think that's the key. They switching characters.
Yes, I like this. Let's see that Val.
He might bring out a Grave or something. I think he actually played his Grave as well. And
Yeah,
that's not a bad matchup either.
He has a great. Bob has a lot of characters. Bob can play 6 or 7 characters.
But I feel like down 2, if he has a Trock, he's not bringing it out because that puts it way too much of a disadvantage, even if he wins game 3.
Yeah, being down 2-0 is just a terrible thing. Maybe if he was down 1-0, maybe bringing in Trock would be an option because then he can win a couple games later.
But the so-called counterpick carousel is a risky business when you're down 2.
Yes, exactly, especially when only in a best of 7. Bob's thinking hard about this.
Lum, I forgot that's another character he plays. I'm not sure what Raziek thinks about this matchup. I haven't seen him play it a lot.
I have. So here's the thing. Because I leave so often, there's like at least 100 matchups that I've just never seen before. This is one of them.
So the way I see it is, Zane has the throw game, and what's nice about his throw game is he can sort of keep it moving from shenanigans, whereas a lot of characters kind of have to stop throwing the panda at some point because they just run out of good things to do with their throws. Like, J and Q are really annoying for Zane to deal with.
Yeah.
But once if he's allowed to block and gets access to Anarchy, that's actually really bad for Lum too.
Right, yeah. Lum with the first turn throw there. 8th throw. What? 1.4, Zane's 0.3.
Yep. And Lum has the 6th throw, Zane with the 5th throw.
Zane with the 5, yeah.
Zane, one of the only rushdown characters that really beats Lum's trump throw with his own. Valerie with burst speed obviously can do it.
Yeah.
But every other character that really beats Lum on throw speeds, Lum beats for other reasons.
Good block from Zane there.
Absolutely.
Up to 9 cards now. That's definitely a huge advantage. Just blocking once or twice with Zane is just so potent. That's the one thing I've found in my little ladder adventures with Zane. Blocking with Zane is just so powerful.
One thing I've noticed is when you're playing a hyper-aggressive character, or even like a not hyper-aggressive, but a rushdown character, you're given free opportunities to block because people will throw out their reversals because they're just terrified of your attack throw game.
Yes. I don't know. I haven't really seen that quite as much because I've been playing a lot of players that don't really know how to play yet.
Flips the 9 on the shenanigans, gets the throw. This is only going to cost him 2 cards, really. He's going to do the 9, probably a jack.
5-9 jack.
So now, the other nice thing is Lum only has 2 moves that really beat meaties, and that's Queen and Ace.
Double Ace.
J is actually not very helpful when he's knocked down.
No, it's a little slow. A little too slow, unfortunately. Let's see if Bob pulls out that reversal. Or...
No, he's going to extra juice.
I like that.
Raziek sleeping.
Yeah, wow.
I'm not sure I like using the 10 this early, though.
No, I don't.
I think the 14... Oh, we're going to pump it twice, including with the J. I'm really not sure I like that unless he's using another J.
Let's see. I mean, that's the jack he's been using before, so we can't tell, but only 6 cards left in hand, too, so I'm not really sure I like that.
I think he's going to throw another J out. No, I'm not sure what the 2 attack was trying to catch, honestly. Maybe a normal attack to try to punch a throw.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't really... I feel like if Bob were to pump a jack on that 10, he'd have another 10, so Bob would have no reason to normal attack there. Good blocks.
I think Raziek's not taking proper advantage of Lum's reduced hand size right now. He's playing a little too finicky about the normals.
I mean, just 2 and K is kind of mashing a little too much here.
Maybe he just... And he has the 8s in hand, so I really think he had like a pretty reasonable opportunity to just throw. Because then, let's say even Lum had another J and he throws it out there, there's a 50% chance he gets it back. And if he doesn't, that's really bad for him.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, Lum doesn't have great meaty pressure on Zane. His best attack for that is his 3, which is 3.4.
Yeah, I don't...
And we see one of those in the discard. If he does any sort of meaty pressure, it's going to be with the face card.
Yeah, I don't really see Bob playing a normal.
Oh!
As I say that, he hits the 5. We see 5, 6, 7, 8 here for big damage, 2 aces. That would be...
Oh, Raziek doesn't want to. He has the face down there.
Yeah, but 2 aces is very powerful.
Oh, no!
Oh, and a bluff, too.
Called
5,
out.
7, 8.
And the thing is with Lum, the reason I like that, Lum is a character who doesn't really care about Blue Burst too much. Because as long as he's getting 2 aces, he's already happy, and he got the normal draw. And now on top of that, the damage is just a bonus. And it's a pretty big bonus, and now Raziek at 24 has to make something happen before Bob finds more 10s.
Exactly, yeah. I don't know, part of me feels like Bob may have a 10 already in hand, that's why I played the first one for juice.
Or he might have played it for juice and then counted on basically what happened.
On drawing a second one, yeah. 5 throw beats 6 throw here. Let's see if he can get something good off it. Only 7 cards in hand, but that's not too bad.
Gets the 6 filler.
Gets a 6, okay. So he can get decent damage off it with the jack. He can get knocked down.
But now because Bob has access to ace-8s, he has the trump for meaties.
Yes, he does. So that's a little bit of a mind game here. Let's see if Raz can make the right call.
Oh, we're gonna Creator and Destroyer. We're gonna find a queen, 2 aces, and a joker.
Oh my! Look at this hand.
That's the thing. When you're playing a setup-y character, you have to always watch out for that 4 to ruin your fun.
Yeah, I've burned some days with my 4. Bob's still going for it though, showing that he's gonna power for those AA.
It's to shuffle his deck more than a power for the AA because he wants to make sure that
Oh,
Joker's
you're
not
right,
hiding
you're
at the
right.
bottom.
I always forget that. That's so weird. For those of you that don't know, if you could zoom in on the 4 there.
Oh yeah, sure.
The hand that gets Career Destroyer goes to the bottom of the deck. Like I didn't know that until a couple days ago. That's crazy. Oh,
it's
good.
really
Good
obnoxious to deal with too.
Yeah, let's see if that's the second ace that Raz has. Maybe he's going for with 6 cards of hand he probably doesn't have.
I'd imagine he can't really have Anarchy. That's not really reasonable. He might have ace.
He has 2 aces in his hand because the jackpot revealed a different ace.
Right, okay. But yeah, he has ace, but he's not gonna have Anarchy realistically.
Yeah, good block. Very good block.
Unlike in V1, you're not gonna see that queen again.
Yeah, I hated that nerf, but I guess it was necessary.
It was pretty necessary. Like I think the only reason you hate that nerf is if you played the panda.
Yes, and I did at that time.
Because you're a jerk.
Yeah, because I like to play single player sometimes.
And I think that was a powerful enough change that at one point I think Deluxe had Lum as like the number 2 or number 3 character in V1.
Yeah, multiple people had Lum as number 2 right behind.
I still had Jaina at number 2, but I understood why Lum started going up there.
That queen, just the impression of the queen was just so good. I mean, normals became better, but against Lum it didn't matter because you just got queen back all the time.
It's like when you saw the Q lost chip damage in V2, I was just thinking Rook can play the matchup now. That's sort of sick.
Yeah, it's not a bad matchup. It's not a terrible.
I'm wondering if Bob's having connection issues actually. Yeah, that's a drop.
Oh, he's out. Yeah. Meanwhile, what we didn't see, or at least what I didn't see, Raz powered up for the 3rd ace. So
yes.
Probably has Anarchy in his hand.
Possible he's playing for Dodgearchy, where you dodge until you find the 4th one.
Do people do that? It seems very finicky.
It happens. It's pretty silly.
I don't know.
The reason why is because if you just go for let's say you have the Anarchy even, you have to put in a little bit of a dodge in your range so that you don't just get a 50-50 out of having the superior attack.
For sure, yeah.
And also because against Panda especially, you can kind of just dodge because he's pretty willing to hit a button at you.
Yeah, and his throws aren't great either. I mean, get hit by a throw would get... I guess in this case with 10 cards in hand, throws would do like anywhere from 15 to 18, but even... Oh, I guess Raz only had 17 health, so...
Yeah, the next poker flourish might be his death if he gets that far.
How many aces does Bob have? Only the one.
The one we know about because the rest got created away. If we're looking at his discard, we only see 2 face cards in there. We had quite a few J's in that Creator and Destroyer hand, but again, the deck got shuffled, so we don't know if he's going to find more.
I mean, yeah, he's only had 2 opportunities to draw since the Creator Destroyer too. So if anything, like the max number of face cards he's drawn, like expected is like 1, but like not even that. Okay, Bob is back. Is Bob back? No, it's not. Sorry, I'm just looking at previous chat logs here. Yeah, that's the one kind of bad thing about Creator Destroyer. Like, even though Bob got to shuffle his deck into his hand, I mean, he drew the new hand before he shuffled those cards back in, so really he's only going to be able to draw a couple of them, which kind of sucks because he had a really good hand.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing, right? It's on you, basically, to keep Zane from getting in once you've set up, because if you can keep him out for a turn or 2, you can get a pretty strong game out of it.
Yeah.
Most set-up-y characters, when they have a full hand, have the tools to keep Zane from ruining it.
Yeah, which is actually kind of the reason, of course hindsight's 2020, but now I think that it would have been better if Bob had just sort of, I don't know, maybe not
power the J's maybe, and then try to get mileage out of your
power the Jacks, and then just go for the poker flourish when you have it.
Although honestly, because you had the J's, you also could have done something like Q or J with a burst backup. Because then if he dodges, then he has to have Crash Bomb to create or destroy you. If he doesn't dodge, he's probably getting hit. The throw would have gotten punched in the face.
Right. Well, more of what I'm talking about though is just get the poker flourish damage out there while you have the aces in your hand.
Yeah.
Might as well. Just especially because Zane can just destroy that hand just very, honestly, pretty easily.
Yeah, because he's gonna get to 4 combo points pretty much on any reasonable hand. Even if he just does throw, that's 4 combo points right there.
Yeah, throw, normal. There's just I don't know. It's very easy for Zane to get to just hit that max of 4 combo points.
Or hit with a crash bomb at all.
Right. Yeah. Can you? Yeah, you can create a destroyer off.
It's if you hit with all combo points or a can't combo. So crash bomb, maximum, anarchy both allow for creator and destroyer.
Yeah, but I was talking about dodge in the crash bomb,
yes.
Which is silly, but hey, I don't know. Zane's
a silly character.
My opinion is Zane is too silly.
He's
even though
considered the best character in the game. Now, Clan Natoy was the first person who really brought that up. That it's possible that Zane is the best character in the game.
I don't see. I think he might be top 3.
I think he's almost certainly top 3. I don't think you can really make an argument against that. Outside of has a really bad matchup against Trock, but even that's very doable, as we've seen from Raziek.
Before. I don't know. I still think. I don't know. Who do you think is the best character in the game? Let's start with that.
I think the best character in the game is.
Yeah.
I've always put Manelker up there. I'm starting to drop him because I started picking up Valerie, who shreks Manelker really hard.
Yeah, the thing is, I've started to learn. I used to put Setsuki in like top 3 because I saw myself like doing really well with her, but she has the same problem that Manelker has. 70 health, it's really not good.
And also, I've started to come around. Like, you remember when we were talking, when I became sort of the expert on Quince versus Setsuki after Summer Smash, where I played through that matchup like a billion times.
Yeah, you played me? You played CKR?
CKR twice. Radx decided to lead Setsuki against me in losers finals and didn't get to do very much. And then I started thinking recently, I don't think it's because it's an even matchup and I'm just that much better of a Quince than they are Setsuki. It's probably just Quince favored.
I don't know. I haven't played them. I honestly.
Because you have to do really funky things in that matchup as Setsuki. She's one of the characters who's forced to use her slower throws in neutral so she doesn't waste them in case she gets set play to death.
Right, you're right. Honestly, the first and last time I played that matchup was against you, and honestly, I didn't really know the matchup there. I think it definitely showed. I lost a couple games because, I wasn't really
Bob is back, by the way.
Okay, Bob.
I'm going to say my top 3 in some order really quickly is Zane, Grave, and Manelker. I think Manelker's still really good, but he has some pretty awful matchups if he runs into it.
You don't have Gary up there?
I don't.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
I think Gary is too focused on a few good cards. He's definitely still strong, though.
Okay. I can see that.
He can get hit by the variance bug pretty hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. Gary just does have that reliance on.
We're going to see the poker flourish, though, so this might be the end of the game after all of that work.
You know what? Yeah, I guess the 4th one from the deck. Let's see, how many Jokers left? Both
Jokers are gone. Remember, one got created away.
Yeah, but both Jokers still in the deck, so I guess he could draw one, but
potentially he had one anyway from his new hand.
Yeah,
10 plus 5. I think he's not going to hit. He has to stay, I think.
Yeah,
Too many chances to bust out. If you look at his discard, there was a lot of low ranks in there.
Yes, and there are also a lot of face cards left in his deck, as we saw from the Creator Destroyer.
Potentially a Joker. So at 2 chip. Oh, yeah.
Okay, yes.
Raziek going for the maximum fraud, and this is Joker proof, so any card literally kills him.
Any card. Yeah, basically he wins.
Because all the aces. Oh! Of course he finds the Joker, right?
I like it. Yeah, of course.
Maximum overkill.
Yes. Played there from Bob. Let's see. Zane. Rad's probably gonna stick to Zane.
I feel like he needs to calm down with the attack mash a bit. He was trying to scout out the big duffs too hard.
Let me see, because it just felt like he rashed his attack so much in that matchup. Let me just check the tapes real quick, see how many times he attacked. Because it felt like a lot more. I don't know. I personally.
Bob, I think, just sat on his butt for about as long as he. Gets the turn 1 ace dodge, gets hit by the turn 1 bling 5.
I don't like the turn 1 ace dodge from Bob.
If you are in a position on turn 1 where you think an attack's coming, that should be a block.
Yes, 100%. I hate that play so much.
Like, because you want to have the potential for good RTDs. You need that card draw. If you flip an ace with blackjack, that means it's not an ace you RTD'd for.
Yeah, and even then, man, you need cards. Cards are how you get to the end game. If you don't have cards, then what are you gonna do?
I mean, was he maybe trying to deny a normal draw? But that doesn't make sense because the block is just fine.
No, good catch on the 3.
I don't like the
though.
play unless he did not have blocks in his hand, which I don't think is likely. Good
Yeah,
catch,
Lum
though.
has 24 blocks, I think. No, 20.
He
even
has
then.
20 blocks, and 4 of them are on Poker Flourish, so he kind of has 16 blocks.
Bob going for the double queen there. I'm not sure.
He gets it.
Yeah, he gets him back, but
I don't mind double queen anymore. Before, when the queen could return from roll the dice basically all the time, double queen was really questionable. Now that you kind of have to, your queens are pretty much use it or lose it, I don't hate it. And because it does add 16 damage, 20 damage off of 1.4 is really strong.
yeah, I don't know personally. Just because if you don't get them back, like the chance, like I guess if Bob had a 3rd queen, then sure, it'd be okay. But I just like having that queen in hand for when I get knocked down.
I'm thinking, right, the only bad outcome there would be what? He flips the Joker, or he flips maybe a 2 or a 3, right? Because 4 through 10, he gets them back. J,
Yeah.
Q, and K, he gets that window of possibly just a free block because Zane's too slow.
Yes. And
obviously the ace is just excellent at all times.
Amazing. Yes. Yeah, but still, I don't know. I play a safe Lum, I guess, is how I want to say. I play more towards like the Garcia style, just block, block, block. You know, get a couple pokes in, block some more, get a couple pokes in, block some more.
Dodges the J. Pretty sure that was a pretty face-up jack, actually. I don't think that Bob was likely to throw or block that turn.
Yeah, I don't know.
And finds a king. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, there you go. 10 damage, and then...
So if you have a 4 as Zane, do you Creator and Destroyer because you know there are 2 queens in there?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Raziek electing not to.
Even if he had it, I don't know. You just have... Like, I don't think Zane has enough cards to just discard one like that and be okay.
Goes for the meaty. Wake up throw. I think.
Throw.
Bob trying to leverage the 2 Qs too hard.
Rad's not respecting those Qs, and I don't know. I thought that was pretty face up, that wake up throw there from Lum, but I don't know. Everyone makes different reads.
Bob's the kind of player who likes to leverage his threats more than use them, so that he can make like really off the wall plays.
Right. Yeah. Gets the gold burst or blue burst there, which is all right.
And he is going to crater away those Qs now, and also gets rid of 2 6s. But that 6 attack was actually pretty well placed. If you look at the hand he had really quickly, I don't think he had an even block.
Yeah, he had 2 5s, and those were his only blocks. And then he just played the 9.
So now I think if he has not, he probably just plays it, right?
2 6s in the discard too as well. So yeah, even block for sure.
No, goes for it again. Wake up 10 throw I really don't like.
That is gross. Yeah.
Flips into gold Q and a gold J. Which one's he gonna take?
Gold Jack for sure, I think.
Yeah, I guess because you have to ration the knockdowns in your hand, right? If you have them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
6 7.
6 7 Jack is fine. Still need to stick an extra Q in there.
He's thinking about it, which means he probably has a J in his hand, right? He's gonna hold on to 7. That 7 might be his only normal, actually. I think that's why he put it back.
You might be going 6 throw Jack, which is I mean, it's pretty obvious that Raz ran out of 6s, right? Because he has spent 3 of them already.
Mm-hmm. Now he wants to get through even block, he has to throw.
Unless that was a very, I sometimes do this to where I show my opponent some information, be like, oh, I didn't mean to show you this, but I really did. And then I just go for like the trick.
I feel like Raz was actually playing a combo with the 7 before he realized he was only going to really lose 1 point.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely wasn't that, but I'm just saying it would have been sick if it was. And then play the 6 now. But yeah, no, for sure, definitely. Raz might go for the throw.
I feel like it's gonna be throw or 7. I don't think he's gonna block or dodge.
Yeah, he does go for the throw.
Goes the 9 throw, gets hit by the pandemonium.
Yeah, it's just that Raz was thinking that, okay, now Bob knows that I have only, odd attacks left in my hand, so I'm gonna catch it with odd throw, and Bob, one step ahead, knew that, and hit it with the ace instead.
Gets the knockdown. One of the 2 ways that Lum can get knocked down in this matchup is the 4 through 10, roll the dice, or blocking a crash bomb.
Yeah, and even 4 through 10, a lot of that times, you're trying to want to get back the Jack or Queen that you just played. Good blocks, though, from Raz.
As I said, we're not going to expect a whole ton of pressure there. You also saw 2 5s went into the bin, or the bottom of the deck, sorry, from roll the dice.
Yes.
But not roll the dice, Creator and Destroyer.
Creator Destroyer, yeah.
Debating whether to get the J back.
I would get the Jack back. Unless you have a second one. If you have a second one, you want to go for the knockdown.
Life total's a lot closer now, so I think if Raz doesn't run into basically every block, then I think he's good. Because he can actually make the play now where he can sit on his laurels, maybe play for Anarchy if he wants to.
No, he's pushing buttons. Good throw.
I think he realized that he's not going to. He's not too worried about running into the J, and he wants to make sure that Bob doesn't get the cards too easily.
Yes, yeah. You know what? Honestly, taking 12 here is fine. Old poke.
If you don't have the knockdown hand. Oh. He's choosing to go for the maximum damage instead. So,
I guess it's fine, because now he's one combo away from death, probably.
Yes. And it's really the only thing that cost him was 2 cards from his hand, as opposed to 1 card for free, so that's not a huge big deal.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's 10 extra damage compared to bro. He did drop a 5 there, which was his third, which means he only has 1 left. Still has a bunch of 7s, a bunch of 8s though, so not a huge deal, but now Lump's throw 6 throw becomes a lot better. Although Bob has lost 2 6s as well through roll the dice, so I'm not sure if he has any more.
I think he lost a 6 or 2 from the crater too. I think he lost at least 1 from crater.
He lost 2.
Were they both black? Because if so, he doesn't really have a 6.
They were both black, no 6s. So Raz does have the throw advantage now then. Again.
Well, I mean, if he had a 5, he already did.
Yes, he had the one we had before that I didn't. Okay.
I like that. It means that if there's a J that gets beaten just straight up and wins the game.
Yeah. No. I think it's fine. It's not a huge deal. I mean, he has a decent life lead. So what if you're only at 4 cards?
I mean, in all fairness, Lum is the character that with a 10-card hand, even if you're up by 30 life, you might lose anyway.
Yeah, it's honestly fine. It's not a huge loss there. But yeah, like you said, catching that J would have been really nice. Would have won the game. Okay.
Realize he doesn't have to press it too hard. Probably just going to go for fast attack or block for most of the rest of the game.
Yeah. Let's see. How many 10s does Lum have? Lum has 3 left. Maybe it's time to push one across. He has 3 aces in this card though, so you have to waste a lot of resources. Good block again from Raz.
Yeah. Not in a
realizing that Bob's not going to throw. Realizing that Bob's range, like you said, like mostly just attack block.
And also, again, when all the 6s are gone, it's scary for Lum to try to throw.
Yeah. Actually, I wonder if Raz realizes this, and maybe he'll take advantage of it by trying to start throwing with 7s or 8s, because they're both now the dominant.
He basically has a bunch of dominant throws at this point. He has 7 dominant throws, assuming that Bob does not get his 6s back.
Yes. Bob going for the... Oh, he's going for the 4 aces. He's going for 4 aces, trying to play... Or no, he only has... Wait, what? He only has 3 aces and 10 max. He left 1 in the discard. Just going for the ace then, I would assume. Or the threat of an ace.
Which means now the deck's been reshuffled, by the way.
No, you picked them both from discard.
Oh, both from discard, okay.
Yeah.
I thought I got one from hand, my mistake.
There were 3 in the discard.
My mistake.
Yeah, I don't really know what Bob's trying to do there.
I think he is going to threaten Pandemonium for a bunch, yeah. I think he might actually hit it here. Nope, gotta go for Blackjack.
Dodge. I...
Unsort the discard real quick. I actually have been auto-sorting the discard now. It's been really nice. How... It's a little sad to see that ace so close to the bottom of the discard.
Let's see here. Okay, so he's... I don't really know how I feel about that Blackjack dodge there. Good block again from Raz.
Yeah, again, you're not gonna... you don't think Zane's gonna hit something... Sorry, if you think Zane's going to hit something, just go for the ace-ace and get 21 damage, because you need to make that up really fast.
Yeah, that's what, 4 straight block dodges from Raz here. 3 blocks, 1 dodge.
Sitting tight. Has enough fuel for a power-up if he so chooses, probably at this point.
Maybe ace-ace, yeah.
He only really needs 2 aces. He's not really in a position to risk 4.
For sure.
Oh, good. Finally scouts out the
Finally, throw. Yeah, good catch. And Bob does have 2 jokers left, or 1 joker left, so probably joker. Not a very good flip from Shenanigans. Maybe he could get a jack off. He probably has a jack off in his hand, right?
Probably. It's not too hard to get to 11 extra damage. He's not going to. He's just going to put Bob at 5.
Yeah. Also doesn't have a jack in his hand, which kind of
giving him the 2 cards was actually a little dicey there. So I don't like that he went for the card for free. I feel like if you're going to play into it, you need to kill him unless you just didn't have lethal.
Yeah, no, I agree. How many...
Here comes the poker.
Okay, yeah, I guess it's fine. Ace, yep.
You just make sure you grab the right 2 aces, right?
It doesn't matter because he just powered up 3 of them. So
yeah. I'm just saying to make sure you don't grab the 1 that's by the Joker and the 10. Yeah, he gets it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So let's see what he gets off here. Probably the last poker flourish he's gonna get in this game, realistically, for aces, unless the game just. Oh, okay.
You hit here. This is scary.
You hit here? No. 1 face card in discard. Lots of face cards left in the deck. Yeah, lots of face cards left in the deck. No way you hit here, I think.
Unless like 5 for the rest of your hand. Yeah. If your hand was pretty flush with faces, you might hit there, but that's really
not
dicey.
Even then, because if you had the max number of faces in your hand, then you still have the worry of 7 out of 23.
Yeah.
Of getting.
It's scary.
It's not worth. Yeah, dicey. It's not. I mean, you could run the numbers on that, but yeah. See, definitely the last 10. Bob's gonna get off. He realizes to try to go for the blackjack.
Because you would have to block for several turns in a row without getting thrown, or without blocking Crash Bomb.
Yeah, there's Crash Bomb. So that's game. With a 3-1 Raz now.
3-1, yeah. But if you look at the discard, also there's a lot of dodges in there. All of his 2s were gone. 3 of his 4s were gone. There just weren't many plays left around the Crash Bomb once the aces were out.
Yeah, for sure.
KK Joker.
Yeah, basically, yeah, no, that's definitely the right play there. Raz also realizing 3-1 Raz.
5 life is a magical number.
You're right, it is. Let's see if Bob sticks to his guns here, plays along for the rest of the set. Maybe he decides to, switch it up, but I don't know. I feel like Bob just made a couple bad plays early, and those bad plays, while it might not seem immediately obvious, those bad plays can kind of...
I also think the Career Destroyer, even though it didn't look like a super powerful Career Destroyer, was actually really helpful. It threw 2 6s and 2 reversals down to the bottom of the deck.
Yeah, and Raz
for basically the entire game.
Yeah, Raz knew at that point, okay, I have the throws here, I don't need to push buttons. I will be right back. Give me a second, please.
For sure. You come back and they still wouldn't have gotten characters selected, so... Alright, so while we wait, I want to say hello to everyone tuning in. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's too many of you. Hello, Sharp Object. This tells me I have 3 viewers, but I only see myself and yourself in here. Yeah, the Blackjack 12 is pretty depressing. So we know that... I know that Bob has a Manelker as well, but that matchup is like... Raziek loves that matchup. I don't think he usually lost Zane versus Manelker yet. I don't think many Zane players should lose versus Manelker. He doesn't do well against the rushdown characters. I feel like Valerie is likely if he doesn't want to go back to a Zane Ditto, or Quince. Onimaru! We have Bobby Maru. I forgot he has this character. This is not one of Raziek's favorite matchups because Final Authority, General's Armor, and even Queen or Ace will all get Onimaru out at meaties. Also, it's a little scary for Zane to try to throw Onimaru because of his really strong attack punishes. A lot of Zane's best tools have a hard time dealing with Onimaru's 5. Either his throws will get just punched in the face, 2 will get punched and armored through. I'm not sure. I don't understand these turn 1 dodges from Bob, though. Onimaru is a character that kind of needs cards early, so that's about the window where you can get thrown, but then you should be blocking. Because once he has a bunch of cards, it means he has a lot of things to pump into Final Authority. It means his throws start threatening a lot more. There's the dodge again. Raziek is on the plan of, I don't want to deal with this. And he does have 4 ranks of dodge, which is not something Onimaru likes seeing. He's gonna dodge in a 3, he doesn't get a good flip. That's a pretty bad shenanigans if you don't have the other ace in hand. I would like to see more blocking from Bob. Even a block versus a dodge is very much in your favor. There's the block. Blocks the 2. Things are recognizing that Raziek is not very willing to throw early game because he doesn't want to get vivisected by something like Onimaru's 10. I think that Raziek does have a Degray if he loses this, though, so I think he's pretty well set in terms of counter picks if he really wants to. I know that Onimaru versus Degray is not a matchup most Onimarus particularly enjoy playing very much, because Ghost Riposte is so obnoxious. And then you have Troublesome Rhetoric, and you can Troublesome Rhetoric throws a lot. Dodges the Q. He was trying to scout out General's Armor, because that is like the combo starter against General's Armor is Zane's Q. That's really the only one. We're going to get dodged in a 20, or is it going to be dodged in a jokered? Yep, dodged in a jokered. That kind of sucks. So that gives Zane some more cards. Life totals are about even. Another thing is, even if you have Anarchy, Riker maybe. Entirely possible. Gets the throw on the dodge. Finally scoops it out. 8 is actually unblockable in this matchup in addition to 10 because Zane has attack throw on his 9 and he has dodge throw on his 10. So 8 will also be unblockable, but having it available as that faster throw is helpful. Because Onimaru 7 and 8 cut right under Zane 7 and 8. Oh, nice poke. So he has a throw speed advantage unless Zane has 5s. I don't think he's going to pump this. That's only 4 extra damage. Gets a pretty quick life lead. So, hand's still about even. Onimaru with a pretty decent life lead. Gets the General's Armor. That's what I'm talking about. Once you see that Zane's starting to maybe run low on dodges and doesn't have queens, then the General's Armor just becomes such a good tool against Zane. 15 damage. Zane already below 48. He's at 48, I should say. He's below 50. So keeping in mind that Onimaru tries to do 15 to 20 for each combat. Oh, gets the throw even. That's annoying. Or at least 10 per combat is my goal with Onimaru. Think about, like, now Raziek has 4 turns, possibly, maybe less, depending on if he gets hit by a 10. And you can kind of tell he got stuck with a really awkward draw. Turn off flex real quick. Dodge, dodge. So now if Bob gets up to a decent hand and has final authority for the end game, this is pretty bad for Raziek. Gets the block. Keep in mind, this is Raziek on match point. This is Onimaru's last chance for character switch, so he's staking the rest on Onimaru. Being up by 50 life is definitely a nice breather. Because I don't think Raziek's likely to pick Val into this if he loses this game either. Because I know that's a matchup other Val players don't like. I like it as Valerie, but... Goes for the 9 duff. That was only going to be to throw her a 10, which I don't think was likely at that point. Because I feel like Bob's recognized his best answer against dodge spam at this point is just to block. Eventually Zane runs out of dodges, and because you have 87 health, you can afford to get thrown a couple of times. Yep, there's the next block. So this is important. In this matchup, another thing is Onimaru's general weakness is he can't really knock down, but because of the crash bomb there, he has the opportunity to get the knockdown pressure. So this is a scary situation. 5 is unblockable when Zane is knocked down. In addition to not being able to put normals through it, the only cards that Zane has that really deal with it are aces, kings, and jacks and Qs. Yeah, he has the face card there. Because that 5 is really obnoxious otherwise.
Sorry about that, I am back.
No problem. The Onimaru switch has been very profitable.
Yeah, I can see that.
If you missed the last combat, it was Onimaru blocked a crash bomb, got the knockdown, but then had his unblockable, really hard to deal with 5 beaten by a J.
Ooh. Yeah, 5 must be really good in this matchup.
Oh yeah, beats blocks, beats throws, beats every single Zane norm.
That's the only way you can face card or gold burst.
Face card, gold burst, ace.
Good upper here from Bob.
Bob, once he got that life lead, just sort of sat on his butt, realized that his best answer to Zane dodge spam is to block, and because he still had 87 HP for the longest time, he could eat a couple of throws without being too worried. And then once you get enough blocks, you have base cards, you have 9s, you have cards to throw away to your 9s.
You have attacks that beat Zane, basically.
You have the Onimaru starter kit.
Yes. Good dodge here.
So, assuming that Onimaru does about 10 to 20 points of combat, Raziek has either 1, 2, or 3 turns to live, depending on what he gets hit with.
Yeah, I'd put 2 combats max.
Dodging a gold J. Probably Bob has a 5 at this point, or a face card with a 9 backup to make the mix-up really awkward.
Bob has so many attack options that would ultimately beat Raz's
immediate attacks.
Yes. So let's see if that
Gold Burst. Okay.
Gold Burst.
Now the problem is this is a matchup where you kind of need to play Dodge Anarchy because Final Authority beats Maximum Anarchy.
Yeah. It's Final Authority, man. Just too good.
The Final Authority beats the Maximum Anarchy.
Yeah. Wow.
You fought the law and the law wins.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Maybe Sterling dropping.
Recognizes that.
Good throw here. Get 15 off it. I highly doubt. Yeah, Raz.
Yeah, pump it twice because that puts Raziek down to 7. That means all of Onimaru's cards are lethal.
Everything's lethal.
This is not the situation you want to be in when Onimaru still has a billion hit points and everything kills you.
9 cards in hand, 64 hit points.
10 now.
Yeah, not looking.
Raz needs to hit Anarchy and then win one more big combat.
Yes. Basically, not only that, at least Zane has a bunch of cards.
Throw Authority is the mix-up here.
Yes.
Goes for the dodge again, probably just as the extra hedge against Maximum Anarchy.
Dodge here for Bob, not bad because doesn't lose to
Anarchy.
Yeah.
Gets thrown for 25 maybe, but whatever.
Yeah. And also doesn't lose to Raz's own dodge.
Right, so Raz getting the throw in. Bob almost certainly has a Joker as well with that kind of a hand size.
Yeah, that kind of not gonna use it.
Interesting, and I think that might bite him because flipping that J is really helpful. It means he doesn't have to sacrifice his aces. Yeah, throw 6.
6 Jack. That's 21.
It puts him into Anarchy death range. So he has to be really careful.
Yeah, but
it's entirely possible he's holding on.
That Anarchy is so scary when Onimaru has 10 cards in hand.
Yeah, and the thing is, he might be holding on to the Joker specifically for dodging Anarchy.
Right, yeah, for sure.
It turns out Raz had been bluffing an Anarchy for
turns. But you know what, the threat of it was good enough.
He had 3 aces in hand, he had the Gold Burst and a power-up, so now he certainly has Anarchy.
Yeah, no, for sure. Let's see what happens here. This is a very interesting combat here. Because you know what, Onimaru, despite being knocked down, does have the quote winning attack option.
But then also his throw is lethal, so it's a pretty.
Yeah.
He's knocked down, but has the mix-up.
Yeah, Raz just gets the mix-up right. Goes for 3 chips. Oh,
well, also again, if he hits any button, that's lethal anyway, right? So.
Yeah, for sure. Raz having no dodges in his hand.
All of Onimaru's face cards are equivalent at this point.
Yeah, no.
The only difference is the amount of chip they do.
Yeah, as long as he has, dudes in hand, which I'm sure he does with 10 cards in hand. But Raz with the block there, telling you he's maybe out of dodges.
I feel like Raz sort of needs a miracle to not go to a game 6.
Raz should have a dodge. I mean, highly unlikely.
I'm saying he needs to do 43 hit points before he takes 4. That's gonna be a little difficult.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just talking about
No, that's not gonna win combat there. I think at that point Onimaru. But I think that should tell you Bob had a Joker. He was just gonna hit the attack button forever.
Forever, yeah. First opening hand.
Okay, so that's 3-2 Raziek. We're gonna have to see if he wants to switch. I know he does not like this matchup for many reasons. Oh, that's a terrible opening hand.
4/4/4 Joker cube X.
I think it was a 3 was what he dodged with.
Okay.
It was a dodge on turn 1. I think he got the dodge and he had to dodge into a 3 from shenanigans.
Wow, that's just...
Yep, there's the degree. I mentioned when you were gone that if he does lose that matchup, he has a pocket degree he's had since V1.
Yeah, I've seen this before as well.
And this is not one of Onimaru's favorite matchups.
This is probably his second worst.
Behind
hard.
Well, I think they're both about equally bad for different reasons. One of the big ones is DeGray definitely has more life to start, but he also has a bunch of effective life because Troublesome Rhetoric is so annoying for Onimaru to get through.
Yeah, no, it's really bad.
But on the other hand, Onimaru has like 50 HP against Arg because he's going to take all that hex damage.
Yeah, yeah. And then of course that ace block is just too good. 2 beats the 4 here.
4 probably trying to catch up point counterpoint.
Catch up PCP. Yeah.
I played this match when I was picking up Degray. I played this matchup against Malorian Flag a lot as Onimaru. Sorry, when I was trying to pick up Onimaru, I played the Onimaru side because I'm like, well, if I'm going to learn this character, I need to play his worst matchup a billion times.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So some of the tech that's helpful for Onimaru, his 6 attack is randomly extremely good.
Yeah, right.
Because it just beats pile bunker and point counterpoint.
PCP or pile bunker. Yeah.
Your 10s are always throws. Your 8s are also always throws.
Your what? I'm sorry?
Your 8s are also always throws.
Sure, yeah.
Your 8 is basically your throw. Your 7 is like one of your favorite blocks, but you still need it for a throw because you're losing it to point counterpoint anyway.
Yeah. I mean, 7s and 8s.
And you also need to threaten dodge into martial law in this matchup because Clockwork Soldiers doesn't help you really.
Doesn't really help, yeah. Yeah, wow, Onimaru, yeah, just listing the things. Onimaru's play really differently compared to what he normally
He is
does.
absolutely a completely different character in this matchup. The good news is that Degray doesn't have the inevitability of I'm just going to do 2 every turn, so Onimaru has the time to assemble this if he's willing to.
Yeah, for sure. If he gets them, I mean, it's 10 cards in hand already, so that's good.
And like the thing is, you can do all those really cool things, but just standard Degray things are still really strong.
Are still really strong against anyone, really, yeah. 9-6 Jack.
Finds another Jack, that's
5 extra damage on Jack, that's like 25 damage now? 26.
Woo! That's not good. The problem is that you're doing 20 damage on your good combats, and Degray's doing like that much damage on his average combats.
Like 25 damage on a throwaway combat.
And because Onimaru needs so many cards to be threatening in this matchup, Degray can kind of afford to go low card and then just ace dodge if he thinks a guard crush is going to be coming.
Yeah, exactly. Just not a fun time.
There's that 8 throw.
Good counter poke throw here.
The good news is if you do find those 6s to beat throws, that does give you that little chunk of burst damage without possibly sacrificing one of your valuable throws.
Pumps with King Ace here, so yeah, you're absolutely right.
The other reason your 6 is so good is it's your highest rank of normal that does not have a throw on it.
We're 6, 8, 10? Yeah, you're right. Let's see. Raz does have the ace. Let's see if he looks...
10 throw.
Good 10 throw here.
Again, he's going to need to block again soon because all these throws need to be dealing maximum damage, or at least they need to be pumped at least once.
At least once, yeah, for
because
sure.
that puts you out of the range where 4s become a real pain that you're not. So it's like... Because at some point, Degray gets to the point where this is a matchup where you can kind of just trouble... I don't like the no pump. He may just has a really awkward hand for pumping, but I would pump it at least once. Put Degray at 60. Because it gets to a point where Degray gets ace dodge. This is one of the very few matchups where Troublesome Rhetoric naming throws is actually really powerful.
Yeah, Raz realizing this. Goes for the throw here.
Once you see that Onimaru's not pumping throws against Degray, that means his hand is pretty poo.
It's bad. Yeah, it's bad. Just goes for the knockdown here. 5 cards in hand. Let's see. Maybe Raz can pull out like a little mix-up.
The Grillion damage probably not coming this turn. Oh, that's not good.
Oh, no.
This is like one of the worst combats for Onimaru.
This is not, this is not fun. PCP. Let's see. I mean, you can get a Jack off, that'd be nice, but doesn't even need it at this point.
He probably has. Oh, no, Final Arbiter for 32 total.
Oh, no. This is not... Oh,
this is almost all she wrote.
You hate to see this kind of thing happen.
Now everything Degray has that's reasonable is lethal.
Is lethal, yeah. You know what? He's just gonna top deck a king and win it. That's probably what's gonna happen.
Or maybe he's been holding on to one. That's also possible.
No, it's always the top deck.
Oh, it's a top deck.
It's always the top deck when you play against Gary. He's just gonna get one in the next couple turns. Good Jack here.
Another thing I noticed in this matchup, by the way, is Final Authority, even if you're winning combat, is also very much a thing.
Gets the knockdown?
Gets the knockdown. You need Degray to stop dodging for a turn.
She gets a low card Gary, too.
Because then that forces him to have the king, or he has to deal with some really annoying things.
Yeah, no, for sure. Onimaru still has to make up 44 life with the 7 cards he has left in his hand.
Without taking 6 damage.
Without taking 6 damage, yeah. Without taking a king, without taking a 7.
So this is looking very much like the last game, but in reverse.
Right. Good queen
Good
here.
queen. I don't think he's going to FA this. I think his hand just does not support it, unfortunately.
6 cards in hand, too. Definitely not an FA. FA would bring him down to 4.
Good news is that, for him, is that Raziek only has 3 cards in his hand. So, and the moral high ground is not a factor anymore. Because this lowest base damage face card 7.
All the face cards are going to win anyway, regardless of moral high ground, so
having a big hand is all plus for Onimaru. Oh, gets the 5 attack dodge. He has to have a Joker.
Probably has a Joker. Maybe, I don't know.
5 is also not used for General's Armor anymore. It's used to beat throws.
Yes, for sure.
Into the pile walker. I think he just lets that go. Because that's death. You get a knockdown. Oh, okay, knockdown.
Okay. Good knockdown. Let's see what the setup is.
But now you know he has the ace in hand along with a mystery card, plus whatever he draws off the top.
Yeah.
I feel like if you have a face card in Final Authority and you have another Joker, you just let it rip here.
Yeah, I would agree with you, yeah.
Blocking is, let me see. So Raz has only used he's used 2 7s and 8 and 2 9s.
Could have a throw here.
Could have another one. He hasn't used any 4s yet. There's a 4, just as I said. I think he's going to name throws. Yep, as I mentioned. This is a turn where... And it's scary, right? Because it's very possible that he just uses that opportunity to get a sneaky throw in and win the game.
Yeah. I mean, that's a very common play, actually. Naming throw and throwing yourself.
And the problem is, if Onimaru tries to counter throw it, then he gives Degree back 12 life, has to burn 2 cards to even make a profit.
Yeah, it's just really a terrible spot here for Onimaru. Let's see. I
think Bob should either block or attack here. Gets the attack.
Good, gets the attack off the throw. Good job.
Does scout out that play.
Yeah, very.
And now we know that DeGray's hand is ace and mystery.
Yeah, DeGray's hand is top deck or that terrible ace. Or I guess terrible.
The good news is now any of Onimaru's throws are lethal.
Any of Onimaru's are lethal. Yep.
So he did make it up. The good news is you can do 20 damage at combat, and it will add up if you do not play into Troublesome Rhetoric.
If you don't play into Troublesome Rhetoric, you just win combats, which Bob's been doing really well here. He won, some very crucial combats here.
Oh, gets the ace dodge. Has to have the Joker. He's toast.
Yeah, I mean, unless Raz drew like a 5.
A 5, a 2, or a 3, right?
Yeah.
Gets the throw. That's the game. That's the set. So that's 4-2 in Raziek's favor. Very close thing on that last game, though.
Yeah, no, for sure. H. Geez, nice.
I think he just ham-fisted the H.
Yeah. At the end there, yeah. I mean, regardless, this last game was really close, and Raz would have like 60 health a minute ago. Oh yeah,
again, you can deal 20 damage at combat, and then 3 turns, you've made up the life difference.
Yeah, as long as you don't run into those 4s, and just as long as you don't lose combat.
And this is why the matchup isn't quite as bad as Arg, because if that was Arg in that situation, he has no way to win, because you just protected ward bubble shield forever.
Yes, for sure.
So let me look at what we're going to be looking at. So Bob Numbers is now out of the film festival fight. That was a loser's bracket match, so he is gone.
Okay.
Oh man, it got moved down to the last page. What? Okay. Let me get to the bracket real quickly.
All these new players making threads.
Hey, I'm not going to complain, right? So
hey, yeah.
That is Bob Numbers is eliminated. Raziek will now be playing the winner of Fra Orolo or Hartley, and that's probably going to be Arg versus Val for pretty much the entire set.
Okay.
Let me see if there's a date for that yet. It's going to be tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Isn't that when USA World is?
I don't know, but the thing is, I don't know. I don't think Hartley or Fra are on the USA versus World bit, though, so they can sort of just squeeze their match in.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because then, and the winner of that's going to play Raziek. Once that match is over, we're finally going to see the winners finals, which is Clan de Toy versus Riker.
Oh, that should be
Riker
good.
Definitely, I think, the Cinderella of this tournament. He's considered a strong player, but I don't even think he thought he would be in winners finals at this point.
Who's he played so far?
Just Geiger mostly. He went into the tournament. He told me he went into the tournament with the goal of counterpicking the entire tournament, and then everyone played grapplers. So he has succeeded in his goal playing his main.
Right. Yeah. What I'm looking at this bracket. First of all, very confusing. You should have.
Go to the forum names. It's challenge.com/forum names, and you'll see the actual forum names. If you look at his road to get there, Right, he played against Hartley, won 4-2, mostly Geiger versus Val. He tried to pick Grave, got wrecked because Hartley is some mad genius in that matchup.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, that matchup's probably a lot better than it was in version 1.
Yeah.
Gister, who obviously plays Rook, and that was 4-1. Leontes, who played Midori the entire set, 4-1. Bob199, who I think played Troc and Zane for that set. I don't know, but 4-1. And now he's against Clan Natui. He's almost certainly just going to be playing Midori. I think his only other characters like, Onimaru and DB. I don't think either of those matchups is terribly difficult for Geiger.
Geiger, yeah. He'd probably stick to his guns here. Has Clan been playing Midori this whole time?
I think he's mostly been playing Midori, yeah. Maybe Clan picks Manelker in that matchup, I'm not sure.
I've never actually seen Clan's Manelker before. Has he been working on it?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm saying we might. To get to that point in the bracket, Clan Natoi got through Jenga Jam 4-3, Mystic Juicer 4-1, Raziek 4-2, and definitely one of the surprise matches in the tournament. Because they're both really strong players, but Raziek had been a lot more dominant more recently, and Fra Orolo 4-2.
Okay.
And that matchup has lately been considered to be in Arg's favor and not Midori's.
Midori Arg?
Yes.
Really?
What people have realized is if you're in Bubble Shield and Midori somehow got Dragon Form up, you can actually sort of just throw him. Because he has to use either a high-value card from Dragon Form to stop you, or he has to lose Dragon Form. You can also go in to get that, and you can also, for similar reasons, just block at him, because he has to King Throw you, Final Dragon Buster you, or lose Dragon Form.
That's interesting. That's really interesting. The meta just, like, shifted in the months that I was gone.
And the thing is, in V1, that matchup was considered, like, almost unwinnable for Arg.
Yeah, I had it at 3.5, 6.5 for Midori.
I thought it was actually 55-45 Midori with the potential to even. But
Really?
I just played the matchup poorly because I was the attack throw a guard.
Yes.
Which you can do in that matchup, but then I'd always run into every Dragon Queen, which is not how you win ever.
Yeah, no, that's never a good plan. Just run into every queen. Yeah, I was more like a traditional in quotes, I guess. More of a kind of blocker. Kind of sit there.
Blocker.
Yeah, sit there and poke, block, more attack block than attack throw there.
So, it's a question for you. So, what match do you think will be the most interesting? Because we're going to have Hartley versus Fra. That's like the two new bloods that are going to be fighting each other.
Yeah, I've not seen either one of those guys play.
Hartley and Silmarion both have been sort of revolutionizing Val lately. Definitely, at least at their success in the Grave matchup.
Okay.
But I have not seen him play against Fra
respect.
yet. So we'll have to see, because Arg Val was also one of those matchups that Val was considered to struggle in for a while. We're going to have Raziek playing either one of those two.
Okay.
Here's the potential matchups we have for losers finals, okay?
Okay.
Any of these are possible. Raziek versus Riker, and that would be a DRB rivalry match. Riker actually entered the tournament specifically to eliminate Raziek.
I like the sound of that.
And to counterpick everybody. Those were his two reasons. Clan Natoi versus Raziek. Clan Natoi versus Raziek is possible.
We saw that already, though.
Again, it'd be a rematch. That's possible for either Grand or Losers Finals.
Okay.
Hartley versus Riker.
Hartley's the Arg?
Hartley is the Val player.
Hartley's the Val player, okay.
And again, that matchup went very much in Riker's favor to start. Fra versus Riker.
I don't know. I definitely want to see one of the new guys for sure.
Fra versus Riker is actually one of the ones I'm more keen on seeing. Yes, Glacial Edge, I am from Michigan. Is one of them we're keen on seeing because when I played that matchup so much in V1, I was of the opinion it was 55-45 Arg advantage for Arg versus Geiger.
Okay. Really?
Yes. One of the big things is that Bubble Shield is really annoying for him to run a Time Spiral into.
Right.
Yeah, you lose the Bubble Shield, but he spent 2 cards to do 2 or 3 damage.
Yeah, 2 cards, 2 damage.
You have the counter and Protective Ward as sort of the protection from 4. You match him on throw speed. Any matchup where Arg matches them on throw speed, except for like Gloria, he's pretty happy. But Gloria just always has 7s, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, doesn't even matter.
But on the flip side, and the reason why Riker thinks it's still Geiger favored, is that you still have Time Spiral Hurricane, which is really annoying for Arg to deal with.
That was the one reason I kind of disagreed with you on there. Time Spiral Hurricane is so good in that matchup.
And what he said is, if you're willing to use Time Spiral Hurricane to pop a Bubble Shield, then honestly that opens up a lot more of your range.
I could Okay. I don't know. I don't play Geiger. Obviously, Geiger's probably one of my worst characters, but that's an interesting statement. Whenever I played that matchup back in V1, I struggled. I think a bit. More. I think it was just because TSH is really really good, and the Geiger players that I would lose to did use it quite often. They didn't really mind just throwing that out there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe Riker could be right. I mean, Time Spiral Hurricane. I don't know. I don't know how you.
My answer to Time Spiral Hurricane is I'll bubble shield it, and I'm pretty happy that Geiger had to spend 3 cards for 3 chip, and the throw. The thing is, again, this does open up Geiger to just raw throw a lot more when he has Time Spiral Hurricane out. So just dodging it isn't quite as good as it looks. And if you have Ace and he's been establishing Time Spiral Hurricane, obviously it's 2 aces for Cycloid, which beats the other side. It's sort of like you have a little weird Ace 50-50 to coincide with his Ace 50-50.
Yeah, I guess so.
But whoever's right is really right.
I don't know. I haven't made ARG in 3 years. I'm going on information that I used back in 2012.
Another big thing is that Blowfish Spikes versus Flash Gear is a really awkward trade for ARG. Geiger loses on damage, but he gets the knockdown for the next turn.
Knockdown setup, yeah.
And then that means ARG's out 2 aces, which means he probably doesn't have the best answer to J unless he has a queen in hand at that moment. Or more accurately, he might not even have an answer to Time Spiral Hurricane if you hit with the king.
Yeah, I don't know. I think both.
There's a lot of interesting matchups that are possibly coming up.
Like another key for there you mentioned, I'd forgotten about it, was the Queen versus Jack. I think that was super.
It's a big deal. Being able to undercut is good.
Yeah, and even Jack versus Jack to like a certain extent, I was fine with that.
Absolutely, because Geiger has 5 more health than you do, but he doesn't like trading Jack for 8 versus Jack for 9.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think those two are really important as to why, maybe the match isn't Geiger favored. I personally, I haven't played the match since V1. In V1, I thought it was 5-5. I just don't think.
For the matchups that are actually coming up definitely through the pipe, we're going to have Valerie versus ARG. I think this matchup definitely got better for Valerie in version 2. One of the big reasons isn't any of the system changes like normal draw, it's because now she has 2 abilities that ARG wants to counter and not just 1.
Okay. Yeah, King and 10.
King and 10. 7 ability, obviously, you don't use it in that matchup for the ability, you use it to be the best throw.
Yeah, for sure.
The 10 change didn't really change anything in that matchup because the 1.0 speed barrier really doesn't matter, honestly.
It was only for double ace. That's the only thing it really affected, and that didn't. I guess double ace becomes much better for ARG there.
Mm-hmm. On the flip side, she still, if she gets the poke out, if she does get to undercut like ARG's bigger pokes with a 2 or something, then she has the normal draw now, so she's more likely to replace her 10 if it got through.
Okay.
On the flip side, like ARG either wins because he got a couple of big pokes on Val, who has 80 HP and then just rides Hex, or Val wins because she threw ARG twice.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
It's a really volatile matchup. I think it is certain. I think it's actually even or very close to even in version 2. I thought it was very slight ARG favor if it was ARG favor in version 1.
I thought it was slight, like 5.5 ARG. But yeah, I think I 100% agree with you. Val definitely got better. I want to see one of these new bloods just come in and win such a big tournament. How many players? 32?
40 something, I thought. It might be 32. I think it's. I'll check. Yeah, I think it's 32.
I think I'm most excited for
I scrubbed out, by the way. I lost in the second round in a 5-4 match, by the way, because we double KO'd running a Consent of the Governed into a Slipstream phase to go to game 8.
Did you lose again?
Merciful Fate in Zane versus Quince, which went the distance, and then some.
Doesn't he play? What's his face? He
plays Trock as well, and he plays Degree, but he also plays Zane.
Oh, okay.
And then I lost to Bomber in Quince versus Zane, so I liked the matchup. I lost that matchup twice to get eliminated.
Oh no.
But then I beat Zajetti's BBB 4-0.
You're gonna win sometime, man.
I'm working on it. It's hard. At this point, I might just focus on writing guides and playing leaderboard or something. I don't know.
Don't worry. I haven't won a tournament bigger than 16 players.
I haven't won a tournament at all.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And I've been playing since 2009.
Yeah, you've been playing for much longer than I have. You're gonna win one someday. Though. You're a good enough player to not win one.
I think that about wraps it up. I do appreciate.
We're still live.
We are still live.
I did not realize.
We are the best. Hey, the viewers were interested. We still have a few viewers sitting around listening to us talk about the matches.
I thought we were just talking to each other. Okay, I thought we ended the stream 20 minutes ago.
Well, hey, it worked out, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm actually a really noobish ARC. Listen to Mad King. I haven't played ARC in 3 years. Seriously.
It happens. All right.
Yeah.
Well, for CPAT, I'm Mad King. Thank you for listening to us ramble about Yomi, and we are signing off.
All right. Take care, guys.